If you had a superpower, what would it be? Flying, speed, strength, invisibility? What if I told you that there are countless people in our country right now who have the superpower of invisibility? But it's nothing like how they expected it to be. That's right. There are people in this country right now who are invisible. Who are these lucky people? How do they get this superpower? These people are the homeless, and they get the power because we refuse to see them. They stand in plain sight, but they still aren't seen. I'm sure images are coming through your mind. It happens in our very own backyard. People that you can't quite make eye contact with. Cardboard signs that you glance over and pretend like you haven't read them. It's their decisions and actions that have led them to live on the streets, but it's our blindness that keeps them there. We have the chance to see them and to help save lives. I volunteered at the mission that we're going to highlight today, and I have firsthand experience how giving someone the time of day can change everything. It's our community here in Seattle that is being plagued by homelessness. This is our community that we have the opportunity to help. We see that homelessness is a problem, but we don't see the faces of the people suffering. But let's join together to see how homelessness in Seattle can come to an end. However, to understand how we can help end homelessness, we must first understand it. In the United States alone, there are on average 564,708 people homeless on any given night. Can you imagine that as you're going to bed tonight, that 500,000 people won't have anywhere to lay their heads? Out of this 565,000 people, 8% are veterans. 8% are those who served our country. 8% are those who sacrificed for us. 25% of homeless on any given night are those who suffer from mental illness. In Seattle, this number can be anywhere from 20 to 40% of all homeless on any given night. These are people who need more than a bed. They need help. But they're unable to focus on their healing because they are unable to find a safe place to call home. 13% of the 565,000 people, 13% are fleeing domestic violence. Oftentimes, these are women and children. This could be your mother, your sister, your niece, your daughter, running away from danger every single night. And now in Seattle, we're seeing that homelessness is affecting younger generations. The average age of homelessness in Seattle is anywhere between 25 and 40 years old. This may seem like it's without hope, but this isn't true. In the greater Seattle area, there are over 30 missions available to help those in need. One of these is called the Bread of Life mission, and it's located in downtown Seattle. Bread of Life does a lot to rehabilitate the homeless community, and some of what they do include distribute nearly 7,000 articles of clothing every year, offer 134,600 meals each year, offer 141 emergency beds each night, offer a drug and alcohol program, work study and counseling, and offer a life change group which allows men to change their lives by offering living quarters, discipleship, and it ends with members searching for employment and housing at no financial cost to them. Bread of Life does so much to help the community, but they cannot continue without support. Financial resources are needed to help them be successful in ministering to those without homes in our neighborhoods. However, it is not only the Bread of Life mission who is responsible for helping end homelessness. As Christians, we are called to help provide those resources. Proverbs 19:17 says, "Whoever is generous to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his deed." Matthew 5:24 says, "Give to one who begs from you, and do not refuse one who would borrow from you." Deuteronomy 15:17-18 says, "If among you any of your brothers should become poor in any of your towns within the land that the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not harden your heart or shut your hand against your poor brother, but you shall open your hand to him and lend him sufficient for his need, whatever it may be." We cannot stand still when our brothers and sisters in Christ continue to be in need when we have the resources to help them. At this point, you should understand how homelessness is a real issue and how it is all around our community. is prevalent through our country and adamant in Seattle. There are a number of resources in the area, such as the Bread of Life mission, with whom we can partner with to help end the tragedy that we see on the streets each night. So as you go to bed tonight, as you sigh in comfort, as you place your head on your pillow, don't forget to think about those who don't have anywhere to put their heads. Think about how they don't have blankets to keep them warm like you do. And think about how they don't always have a safe and dry place to go to sleep. But also think about how donating either your time or your financial resources could help end homelessness in Seattle. Thank you.